It is time to make the noise to summon the stream. Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Quill Quickcard, and welcome back to the Community RPG Maker project. The main thing for today is I am going to be building an event where this lovely new town I've been building is going to be attacked by hordes of undead. And we are also going to be introducing our new party member, at least some of their combat abilities. So, there's a lot of stuff to get done today. Let's actually make a list of today's goals. So the first thing I want to make sure that I do today is I want to show off the new crafting system. I want to show off the new minigame, which I did. I want to design at least a couple abilities for our new character, Elena. I want to design a new zombie monster to join the project. And then I want to design the Undead Invasion event. So here are our goals for today. This one in particular, when we get to it, we are going to have to sort of outline exactly how we want that event to look. I've got a bit of a starting point right now. Right. So let's hop into this by showing off some of the new stuff. So I've basically got a save point just dropped here for the purposes of testing. Firstly, I added a debugging item just to make it a lot easier to access and show off some different stuff. Basically, you use this, you enter in a code, and then it will have different effects, just to make it a lot easier to do my testing and debugging and whatnot. So the first thing I'm going to show off is the new crafting system. So we're going to enter code 236, which just teleports us right to the crafting shop and gives us a crap load of crafting materials. So previously, the way that crafting worked was that you had to, basically you were teleported to a map, you interacted with objects to add ingredients. It was not an elegant system. The new system is significantly more elegant. It just brings up the menu, and then you just combine two different materials. All the materials have purple icons, all of their names start with an asterisk, so they're very easy to find. If you try to combine something that isn't a material, it will stop you. We can combine two of the same item. When you craft something for the first time, it will not tell you what you are going to craft, so you have to experiment to find things. And that, for instance, 2 bubbling water makes steam bombs. And, say, bubbling water and a flavor packet. Again, it will say that it doesn't know what it is. That makes crude soda. For any recipe that you have already made at least once, I have also built in multi-crafting. So you can craft items in bulk if it is a recipe that you already know. So, yeah, that is the new crafting system. Looks like it did give the right amounts. It looks like it took the right amounts. I haven't actually perfectly debug tested every combination yet, but they should all be working. All of them are at least functional as far as I know. So now let's show off the new minigame that I built. I'm rather pleased with this one. Okay. Also, previously there was an issue where we were able to walk into the void. Looks like I fixed that. So we're just gonna run over here to Spire Town. Have you ever wondered just how high up this tower goes? It rises above the clouds. It touches the various stars. But that's all well documented already. But how much further does it go? I dream of finding out someday. Wait, you're a dragon, aren't you? Dragons can fly under their own power, and tend to be rather resistant to environmental hazards. Say, would you mind helping me gather some information? I want you to fly up the tower with the sensor, as high as you can go. If you can get far enough, I'll gladly pay you for the data. Be careful up there. Strange monsters fly all around the tower. Collide with them more than 3 times and you'll have to come back down before the sensor breaks. Come and talk to me anytime you're willing to try flying up the tower. So let's try a game of Spire Flight. Remember, dodge the monsters as best you can. The further you go, the harder it gets. If you get hit 3 times, you'll have to come back down. So here is the game. Welcome to Spire Flight. I have been working on this for weeks. It's very simple. You just have to not get hit by these things. They are generated in random patterns, and generally there are going to be 8 of them at a time. You're not able to move up or down, you're just moving on this one horizontal line. You've got 3 lives, which are clearly represented up here in the corner. And the further you go, the faster it gets. To the point where it is more or less just impossible to keep going. If you make it to the start of the 3rd stage, then you get a reward. If you beat the 3rd stage, you get a bigger reward. So here's stage 2. You can see the background changes, everything starts to move faster. Damn it, got hit. I actually have to pay attention now. And then if you ever beat the 4th stage, and I genuinely don't know how anyone would pull that off, you will get, like, a super big reward. And my thinking for what that is would be, like, some kind of special dragon shifting, like a space dragon or a void dragon or something. Like, something that is absolutely worth it. But, it's so damn hard. And, yeah, I haven't quite debugged the ending of it just right. But as long as you make it to that 3rd stage where the stars are, you do get 1,000 bottle caps for doing it. And let me just see it one more time, just to make sure it actually reset properly. This one I'm just going to lose automatically. So my idea is that the reward you can get for actually clearing the 4th stage of Spire Flight is, like, really, really, really big. Like, it's late game big. So, eventually... I don't think you should be rewarding me for failing like that. Debug notes. Spire Flight was giving reward for failing in stage 1. That's something we're going to have to fix. So eventually in the later game, you'll get something that'll make the Spire Flight go easier. To where it's not, like, impossible to get through that last stage. But if you do manage it earlier, you get a reward. You get, like, the same reward, and it's absolutely going to be worth it. So that is the debug tool, the crafting system, and the new minigame. Next up, we want to design a few abilities for our new character. Our newest character is the Paladin Elena. And we had a few notes for what she can do. Somewhere. Here we go. Yeah, prayer, justice punch, righteous slash. So one of the ideas we had was prayer, like a buff that will last multiple battles. So it only has a chance of falling off when she takes damage. Let's actually just put that to a 4%, a 1 in 25. And it will also go if you've like taken a lot of stats. So it will say Elena. Yeah, we're gonna copy the self-referential thing here. So when she gets it, is so she's praying and she's getting like a buff. So what do I want that to look like? How do I want to sort of present that? Elena is filled with divine power. And then Elena's divine power has disappeared, worn off. How do I want to phrase that exactly? Elena's divine power has left her. Why not? That's fine. It doesn't remove at the end of battles. It doesn't remove by restriction. And then what is it actually doing? We'll have it give like a 1/3 bonus to defenses, I guess. Target rates. That affects how often she is targeted by enemies. So why don't we make her significantly more likely to be targeted by enemies while the prayer is active? Which does sort of work with the damage removal. We could give her like counterattacking. That does work. Hold on. Hold on. I'm having an idea. Could I make this drain stamina every turn it's active? Can I just have this be like a stance? How would I have it automatically deactivate when she's at 0 stamina, though? That is the question. Because I can make it drain MP every turn. But I don't think I can think of an easy way to make it so that it automatically turns off. Is there some way I can do that? I would have to add some kind of a conditional. Hold on. I've never tried using an auto-running common event. I am curious if this would work or if this would just, like, crash everything. Alright, we set this to be parallel running. While prayer is active, it will be checking. Okay, it will be checking if her mana is below a specific value. So that might need me to create two specific variables and then compare. Okay, I can make that work. We'll call this Elena mana current and Elena mana max. Okay. So, while this event is running, this is going to be the prayer stamina drain check. So it is going to constantly be setting... first, we take Elena's maximum mana, and we're going to set that equal to Elena's maximum MP. Then, now I need to figure how much do I want it to cost per turn. Let's say it drains 10% of her HP. So we're going to take Elena's maximum HP, and we are going to divide it by 10. And that will give us 1/10 of her maximum MP. Then we set a second variable, Elena's current mana. Set that equal to Elena's current MP. And then it will run a check if her current MP is less than the adjusted max MP, then it will remove from Elena the Holy Inspiration state. I think this will work. I really do think this will work. And then it will turn off the prayer active check. So, we give her lots of defense, a much higher chance of being targeted, counterattacking chance. We do have it end at the end of battle. Okay. Oh, whoops. That's the alarm for my laundry. So give me a minute. I will go and get my laundry. Can we go negative with the MP regeneration? Yes, we can. So it'll drain 10% per turn every turn it's active. But it's a very, very powerful buff while it is active. Okay. I think that this will actually work. So there is unfortunately a very obvious problem with this. And I am going to have to figure that out. Anyway, I'm going to go grab my laundry, so just a minute. Now, how the hell do I fix that? How do I fix this problem? Okay, I got my laundry. I'll be with you in a sec. Hello. Yep. You're welcome. All right. I'm back. Thank you for your patience, if indeed anyone is here and was patient. Hello, Opmouse. So, here is the issue I have. I can make Elena have a skill that turns on the prayer active switch. And then it's constantly going to be checking to see if she goes below 10% of her max MP. And if she does, then it would remove the state. So the issue is, how do I make sure that this is deactivated, that this switch is turning off at the start of battles? Or, like, when a battle ends, ideally I want this state to be off, so that it's not just constantly trying to run this event over and over and over and over and over and over. Is it possible to make a general check for... Wait. I know how to do this. Okay. This is going to be a condition called null prayer check. It's going to be a state that has no like stuff to it whatsoever. Is there a way I could force it to apply a state to her? Or... No, wait a minute. No, I don't have to do that. All I have to do is put both of these states onto Elena, and unless they get hit by, like, the event command recover all, this state is going to stay until the battle ends. So at that point, we can check if Elena has the null prayer check. If she does, we do nothing, because that will indicate that they are still in battle. But if they do not have that state, then it would mean that they are not in battle. It removes the Holy Inspiration, and then it deactivates this skill. And that way we can tie all of this into 2 states and a single skill. So then we just need prayer activation. So the first thing it will look for is if Elena is under the effect of Holy Inspiration. If Elena is under the effect of Holy Inspiration, then this will let you deactivate it. If they are not under the effect of Holy Inspiration, then it will turn on the prayer active switch. So then we just need this to run the prayer activation and apply the 2 states of Holy Inspiration and the null prayer check to Elena. It's certain it always targets the user. Usable only in battle. What type of skill do I have her set to use? Alright, she uses skill type things. Okay. So we set that to skill. Honestly, we can change that. That doesn't sound interesting enough. We will call this the Holy Arts. So Elena has the Holy Arts. Prayer is her first Holy Art. And I think that will work. So now I need some kind of a cool buff animation. Revive 2 would probably work. Yeah, that'll work fine. Okay. And Elena has that skill by default. Okay. Let's actually go and test this to see if it works. So we're going to let us have Elena join the party. Okay. Cool. So we got Elena with us. Honestly, the quickest way to get where I want to go is just to turn on the wall orb, go into the Pepsi shop. Cool. Yep, let's go, let's go. Head to chill. And out we go. We're going to walk around the tundra. We're going to see some fights. And we're going to see if this skill works the way I intend it. So the way I intend it is that when Elena uses prayer, if she doesn't already have the prayer buff, she gains the prayer buff. And it should turn on the switch, which is going to cause it to continually check her mana amounts. If I use it again, it should turn off that switch. She should have a significantly higher chance of being targeted by enemies, have counterattacks, and have boosted defenses, and lose 10% of her MP every turn. Let's test this. Yeah, sure. Guard. Okay, Elena, I need you to prayer. Okay, she's filled with divine power. So, do we see it lower her MP? I do not see her MP lowering at all. Actually, it looks like she got her state removed already. Why did we get that removed? Why didn't that work? Prayer active is off. Okay. It should be off. But it's not even staying on. So, what is going on there? We're going to drop a little secondary save. So, the Holy Inspiration state shouldn't be automatically removing at all. She should be losing 10%. So we take Elena's maximum mana to equal her MP, her max MP. That is correct. Then we take that value and we divide it by 10. And that will come up with a result which is equal to 10% of her MP. Then we are setting her current equal to her current MP. So if the current MP is less than the max, oh. Okay, because it's automatically running to this portion. This is meant to only happen if they're outside of battle. If Elena is affected by that state, do nothing. Is the null prayer check not working? If they're affected by the null prayer check, do nothing. If they aren't under its effect, then we would remove it. Okay. We're just going to change this to something else entirely, and we're going to isolate which part of the removal triggers are not working as intended. Because it's either that first part or the second, and I don't know which. Okay. Okay, Elena, activate prayer. Okay, you get the buff, but it's being immediately removed. Why is it being immediately removed? That's what I'm not getting. Something about this is immediately removing that condition, and I don't know why. If Elena's mana current is less than the mana max, so if 10% of her MP would be 10, and she was at 11, then this would not be true. It is divided by 10. Okay. My next thought is maybe... Hold on. I think I ran into something like this before, where multiple instances of parallel events were running simultaneously and could actually interfere with each other. So let me check this. That's some great work there, Elena. Okay, can we please just, like, whatever. Okay, Elena, I need you to not be paralyzed, please. We need you to activate your prayer. Damn, this is an annoying enemy. Yeah, let's berserk that enemy so it can't use any of its special powers. Let's firebolt the other one. Okay, Ryu, go ahead and kill that one. Thank you. Okay, Elena, we need you back on your feet, please. We're trying to do a test here. So right now, Elena's maximum stamina is 124. So in theory, this variable is going to be set to 124 now, and then divided by 10, which would put it at 12, assuming normal rounding. And then the current should be 124. So let's check our variables. It hasn't set them at all. Why hasn't it set those variables at all? What am I missing here? It has to be running this event. I know it has to be running this event because it's dropping the Holy Prayer and it's deactivating the prayer. So this is on and active. So why is it not setting the variables? I know it can do variable manipulation in battle. I've done that before. So that can't be the limit. So why isn't it working? Prayer activation. If Elena is affected by Holy Inspiration, then you remove it, deactivate the prayer. Otherwise, you turn the switch on. It is running the prayer activation. But it's not controlling the variables like it's supposed to. Why is it not controlling the variables. Okay. Let's check and make sure that this is doing anything at all. I'm not able to check the switches and the variables in the middle of a combat encounter. Presumptively, this should set variable 72 to a value of 2 if it is working. But I don't understand why it is not working. It has to be running its check, or it wouldn't be removing the state. Yeah, it's just immediately falling off. So why is it immediately falling off? What am I missing? It's not checking the it's not setting variables at all. Okay. Is the common event activating the switch like it's supposed to? It's really acting like it doesn't want to do any variable manipulations during battle. And if that's the case, I really don't know how to fix it, and I may just not be able to set her ability to do this at all. No, Holy Inspiration still immediately fell off. Why did it still immediately fall off? Prayer active did not turn on at all. Okay. Why, though? Is it because of the order of the effects? Is that what's going on? Is it because it's running this check in the wrong order? I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea why this isn't functioning. What am I missing here? If it's not to do with the order, I don't know how to fix it. No, it still fell off. Why? Why is that running off? What am I missing? Doesn't have any restrictions. Doesn't have any overlays. state that has the higher value. Okay, we're just going to set this to 1. It's putting the buff on herself. Okay. Let's remove the common event from this completely. Let's just see if the state itself is staying applied like it's supposed to. Because if the state itself is not functioning, then that's something I can troubleshoot. I think what I have here is one of those cases where I have 2 or more things simultaneously not functioning. And fault analysis gets really difficult when you have multiple simultaneous failure points. Come on, let's try. Okay, Holy Inspiration. Holy Inspiration is staying active. Good. She lost her 10% like she was supposed to. That's exactly what I want to see. Good. Okay. So the Holy Inspiration state works exactly as I wanted it to. So the state is functional. There's something going on with the event. If Elena is afflicted by Holy Inspiration, then prayer turns it off. Okay. Okay. I think I see the issue here. All right, I need to check this state. If I have this skill apply a third state to Elena, one that wears off at the end of the turn that she uses the skill, then I can check if she is afflicted by that. No, that won't work. That's not going to work, because then I get into a situation, I'm basically dealing with the exact same issue that I was. Okay. I could just put, like, an event at the end of every troop encounter in the entire game where it just disables the prayer switch. That would be the other way to do that, but it's so inelegant. Surely there's some other way that I can make that work. So the problem that we are getting to is that it's immediately recognizing Holy Inspiration as being active, and then immediately removing the state. Hold on. What if I just add another switch? So we add a second switch where it will first run a check if the prayer state toggle is on. So this is if prayer active is true. I mean, using the regular prayer switch will work just fine for that. So if the prayer active switch is true, and this will only be true if you have previously used the skill, then it will remove Holy Inspiration and deactivate it. Okay. Otherwise, it will turn on prayer active. And then it should be running the checks. Okay, this might fix it. And then if no prayer trek is off, so when we leave battle, the state should fall off. That's the idea. That's where we're at right now. All right. I wish I could, like, communicate better the issues that I am actually, like, seeing. Like, I see them in my head. They make sense. Actually verbalizing them is different. Come on, Elena. Prayer. Filled with divine power. She has both of the states. You can tell by the icon here. We can see that the null state is active. So now we should see the enemies targeting Elena significantly more. We're also seeing her dodge and counter. That is beautiful. Okay. She's losing her stamina every turn like she's supposed to. Good. Now can I deactivate the Holy Inspiration? It looks like Holy Inspiration was deactivated. Okay. Alright. This is working. This is actually working. Alright, let's activate it again. Okay, good. So if you have a skill with 0 cost, it doesn't even display a numerical value for the cost. Good to know. This is working. This is working exactly like I wanted it to. Okay. Now, when I leave battle, it should have automatically disabled prayer active. It did not automatically deactivate prayer active. Whoa. Uh... Okay, I think I lost the stream there for a minute. I think we're back now, though. Okay, so this works. If she's affected by the... Alright, we don't need the null prayer check 1. We really don't. So we don't need it to apply that state. Oh, because it's not turning off the prayer act. Okay, okay. This actually worked exactly as intended. This worked exactly as it was supposed to. All right, that's on me then. It works. It works. I have Elena's prayer figured out. That's fantastic. Okay. So now I need like some way to represent that. Okay, that represents it very well. So Elena prays, and we have no mana cost. Activate or deactivate praying. While praying, Elena has increased defenses and will counter attack. No, okay. I'm activate or deactivate praying. I don't have room for fancy language. We're just going to specify the exact qualities. minus 10% SP per turn. Increased chance to be targeted. Oh my god, how do I describe that? Increased defenses, chance to be targeted, increased defenses, chance to be targeted, counter alright, we're going to say this is toggle praying. Minus 10% SP per turn. Increased defenses. Increases defenses. Chance to be targeted. Counter attacks. Increases defenses. Chance to be targeted. And... okay. Counter attack enemies. And then increased defenses and chance to be targeted. That is a very, very lengthy description. Okay, is praying, and Elena is no longer praying. that is a very, very powerful ability, but also quite costly. I like that. I really, really like that. That's a really cool. That's a really cool power. And finally, it works. Okay. Yeah, that all works fine. Value that is added to the character's agility. We are going to make this a super fast ability. Like, this will basically always happen first. Okay. That works. So now we need to adjust the counterattacking. So we'll say so-and-so. How do I want to put this? Counterattacks. Or so-and-so dodges and counterattacks. I think that works. Okay, we're an hour and 10 minutes into the stream, and I have designed exactly one ability. But this is going to be like the signature ability for Elena. This is the big one. Like, the line goes up, the bottle caps was the big signature ability from Malter, and dragon shifting is the big ability for Ryu. Okay, that's fine. That is completely fine. That is completely fine. Let's take this Dragon Bite, and we're going to make this into Justice Punch. And that's all fine. Justice Punch, that is definitely the icon for Justice Punch. So we'll say so-and-so smites the enemy. Hits. Yeah, the lightning effect, that works fine. So this one we're going to apply element number 12 to it. And element number 12 is going to be anti-undead. So this is the skill that is very, very powerful against the undead. And we're going to make it a lot cheaper. Let's just make it cost like 10. Okay. Deliver a mighty punch of righteous fury that deals extra damage to the undead. Undead and I don't know, demons. Sure, why not? Deliver a mighty punch of righteous fury that deals extra damage to undead and demons. Sure. We'll just call this, like, anti-fiend undead. That'll let it be easy to keep track of exactly what it is. It smites. it triggers the counter physical. It can critically hit. We'll lower its variance a little bit. Okay. That works. Next ability we're going to add. This one is going to be all about the luck. So we're going to make this a more expensive ability. And it will hit the enemy. And this is going to be Lucky Slash. Okay, so this is just purely physical. And we keep the same effect on it. This one is going to have a variance of 100%. This one can be very, very, very powerful. It can even critically hit, but it can go plus or minus by 100%. It could be everything from 0 to this maximum value. This is a massive, high risk, high reward. So... yeah, slash thunder, that's fine. That's fine. So it'll be, they test their luck. And the variance can either be... The value of the final damage will vary by this percentage value. Okay. And that can be plus or minus. Okay. A risky strike that deals an unpredictable amount of damage to the enemy. Okay. And I can do more with Lucky Slash later, after I've, worked on it a little bit more. For the time being, the important thing is that it's fair enough. Good idea for a skill. Thank you. Someone had suggested that luck would be, like, the big, huge stat for this character, for Elena. So, she has a toggleable state that makes her a defensive juggernaut, but at the cost of MP every turn. We have a Justice Punch, which delivers a lot of extra damage to demons and undead. And we have the Lucky Slash, which can do a little or a crap load of damage. So let's actually test that out. Let's throw in Elena here. And let's do a bunch of Lucky Slashes. Okay. Do-do-do-do. First, we'll try a Justice Punch. Okay. Not bad. The main thing I want to see is what kind of damage output we get on the Lucky Slash. Okay, that was 213. How much can we stretch that? $285. I want to see a lot of variance in this. $282. So far, that's a lot of moves. There we go. Refresh everybody. So far, that's a lot of moves that are just doing relatively similar amounts of damage. 127, okay. That was significantly more varied. But I still don't have a sense of the upper or lower bounds for this. We're going to continue to get more data. Actually, I have a better idea. We'll just test it with 4 Elenas. I can't test it with 4 Elenas. Well, it was worth a shot. Okay, 66. That was a new low. $175. That was 68. Okay. That is really unfortunate that we can't just adjust it like that. Yeah, I can just make copies. Boop, boop, boop. I really want to make sure that we have just a crazy amount of variability in this. There we go. Here's our army. That's 325. That's the most we've seen so far. That's 59. That's very low. 236. Okay. $193. $158. This thing also just has a crap load of health, so... Or a crap load of defense, so... I'm not too surprised to see that it's pretty resistant. I may need to boost this up even more. How much do their regular attacks hit for? Oh. Yeah, that is significantly weaker than this. Okay, that's 194. Okay. So, Lucky Slash, we need to make this even more potentially powerful. Okay, good. 400, 273, 232. So it's still typically stronger than Justice Punch. But it's also substantially more expensive than Justice Punch. And I'm not seeing it go into the really low range anymore, either. Yeah, all I've really done is made this a lot stronger. Okay. Yeah, I think attack +6 is fine. You know, it's high risk, high reward. It's okay. It's good enough. I'm not trying to make the Mona Lisa or anything here. I just need it to be like functional and practical. Also, been having some trouble with that red dragon. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, here's my problem why it's always just doing the fire breath. Because it literally won't do anything else. Except the possibility of tail swipes. Uh... So 2/3 of the time it would be using fire breath. 1/3 of the time it would be trying to go for the tail swipe. Yeah, I think that's fine for the phase 2. Okay. All right. So I can now drop the next thing off of my list. We have designed at least a couple abilities for Elena. Next thing on my list is to design a new zombie monster. So I want people to feel free to submit literally anything they want. Any art that is submitted, any original piece of art, regardless of quality, that I can use for members of this zombie horde, I will use. And just to prove that, I'm going to make a really crappy looking zombie and add it to the project. Yeah, like let's have it have like a broken leg. And then the other leg like comes down. It's got like chunks missing from it. We're just going to make a real gangly looking zombie here. And like that. This is going to be just the most beautiful zombie that you could ever like hope for. Just, you know, a sheer work of art. And we're going to have like half of its head missing. Okay, We're going to give it, like, some red eyes. Give it, like, a rotten-looking mouth. Kind of like that. We'll add some, like, bits of red here on the claws. Hello, what the what? Yeah, I'm accepting any zombie designs people want to submit to this project. And just to demonstrate the level of quality that I am willing to use, I decided to demonstrate my own incredible artistic abilities. Need some stink lines. Oh, that's a great idea. Yes, that's perfect. Okay. There we go. Okay, there's some stink lines. I may need to make those, like, a bit thicker, just so they'll show up okay. There we go. Just like that. If anybody does want to submit a design, you can go onto the Discord and just, put them there. Like, I will literally use any piece of art, any piece of original art people submit for zombies. They will be part of the zombies that people will fight during this part of the game. I will make no discriminations for their quality, as long as it vaguely more or less can be recognizable as a zombie. It's in. There we go. Like, put some red there. Sure. What would a zombie slime look like? Honestly, the Dungeons and Dragons designs for slimes, especially for the oozes, are already pretty much effectively like zombie slimes. Many of them effectively are nothing more than like a congealed mass of rotten putrescence. So probably something like that. We'll add some patches of discoloration across the body. And like a band of it going here. Color those in. Little more around the face. Like, I want this to be just a really crappy looking zombie. And then we'll just color in the rest of it like this. Okay. And color in the mouth. Alright, there is my creation. And we're going to have it say... okay, that is way too big. Okay, stop that, seriously. Yeah, we need to go with, like, size 16. Where even am I drawing? Okay. Here we go. Grr. We'll make that a bit smaller. Put some spaces. Nah, that's fine. We just need to unbold it, and it'll probably fine. And we move this here? No. Okay, we do need to make it a bit bigger. I mean, that looks pretty bad, if I'm being honest. This looks terrible. This looks terrible, and I love him. Alright, so here is the first zombie of the zombie hordes. Please feel free to contribute your own designs, whatever form. You can always drop them in the Discord. We're going to add some patches of purple. Just a few bits here and there. There we go. Digital drawing software. I'm in Microsoft Paint. I don't even think I can reasonably call this drawing software. And then we're just going to add a few teeth that are going to be barely visible when this thing is in the game. Okay, and then we'll make the rest of the mouth black. There we go. Here is our creation. I mean, you could literally grab a crayon, draw it on a piece of paper, snap a picture of it, and post it on the Discord. However I receive it, if I get anything, I will use it. And now that I have this, I'm going to add it to the project. We're going to add it into the side view enemies. And we're just going to call this Zom01. There we go. Now, let's make a new enemy. We're going to start with the Snow Beast, because they're pretty good. And here is our enemy, Zom01, which of course I can make all kinds of beautiful colors. So even if no one else ends up submitting to... hold on. Its background is not... its background is not transparent like it needs to be. I can fix that easily enough. We'll just open that with GIMP here. Whoop. Here's what I use instead of Photoshop. We just got to select all the white and delete it. And then we export it into the exact same position. There we go. Discard. And now we have our zombie, who comes in such just a lovely array of colors. So if I don't get any other pieces of zombie artwork, then people are just going to have to fight these things. So this is going to be called the well-rendered zombie. As far as elements go, it takes extra damage from fire, and it takes double damage from anti-undead. It's not going to have any drops. This one is just going to use regular attacks. We're going to lower its various bits and bobs here. Actually, you're going to have to fight several of these with just Ryu and Elena. So it might be best... Yeah, 500 is fine. We'll have them drop 20 gold, 80 experience each. They resist Frostburn weak and Frostburn stronger, so they get regular damage from those. Got an undead respawn mechanic in mind, or just a horde? Really all I've got in mind is random encounters. We don't want automatic wins available on this. So this is going to be the zombie horde. And it's just going to have a bunch of well-rendered zombies. So let's see how well we fight them when the team only consists of a level 10 Ryu and a level 10 Elena. We'll put Ryu up to +3 on the Dragon Scales and Dragon Claws. Let's see how this looks. Look at that. Look at this. It's brilliant. Now, of course, importantly, I need to make sure that I test this with the dragon shifting. So which one is my debug code for that? 100. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is activate my debug item, and we're going to utilize code 100. All spellbook spells unlocked, all dragging shifting unlocked and activated. Okay, now we've got stuff active. We're going to have Elena activate her prayer ability. So now she's getting targeted more often, and she's also pulling off counterattacks. I did not add red dragon shifting to the debug code. You have a zombie for me. Ah, that is wonderful news. Thank you. I will integrate it as soon as this test is done. There we go. We're just going to make sure... Just turning off the screen for 1 second while I pop this over. Just so I'm not showing off usernames of a bunch of people. Thank you for contributing to the project. I really appreciate that. Again, anyone can contribute. Every zombie that is submitted, I am going to use somewhere in this project. I don't care if you draw it on a wall with crayon and take a picture of it with a Polaroid camera. Okay. Let's go take a look at this. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, Penny. I love it. Okay, we are... I'm going to turn the display back on in a second. Just let me put this into the correct folder here. Enemies... Nope, side view enemies. Because it really doesn't like to distinguish. And move my Discord over to the other screen, just in case anything else comes up. Okay, display back on. Draw it on a wall with a Polaroid camera. I mean, you can. You know, if you want to go out and create an original piece of art using seashells over the next 2 to 3 years, and get the attention of international media, and you can get me an image of that in a PNG, if you call it a zombie, I'll add it to the project. Okay, so we have the well-rendered zombie. And now we are adding into this the high pixel count zombie. Okay, the high pixel count zombie has been added. There we go. Behold! The well-rendered zombie and the high pixel count zombie. Let's see how beautiful that is. Oh, right. I needed to fix my debug code. Debug options, Ryu. You need to learn Dragon Shift Red. It's making you green dragon. So what we specifically want to not have available on you is Dragon Shift Green. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Alright, now let's actually check how this looks. Oh, God, it's beautiful! I love it! Hold on, we need to put this in a town. Where is... Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Yep, that's the background. That's the battle background right there. Alright, here we go. So we have the well-rendered zombie and the high pixel count zombie. Let's activate the prayer. Ryu, we need you to activate debug code 100. Excellent. So yes, these are Elena's skills, for anyone who wasn't here when I designed them. We have prayer. We can toggle praying. It's minus 10% stamina per turn. We counterattack the enemies, and we have increased defenses and chance to be targeted. We have Justice Punch, which delivers a mighty punch of righteous fury that deals extra damage to undead and demons. And we have Lucky Slash, a risky strike that deals an unpredictable amount of damage to the enemy. So let's go with a Justice Punch. That is a crap load of damage. We've got the right Dream Dragon skills. Let's go for Dragon Shift Red. Perfect. And how well is Fire Breath work here? Okay. That is perfect. If anything, I just think I need to increase their HP just by a little bit. But that works. That works perfectly. Okay, so we've got 2 zombies now. So the next thing is to actually design an Undead Invasion event. Oh, boy. Okay, it took so long to debug Elena's prayer. I'm not going to be able to design the entire event today, probably. But let's at least get started on that. Oh, also, what? And Opmas, were either of you here when I showed off the new minigame I built and the new crafting system? It's the situation here. The reporting guard goes down. Gather anyone who can fight. Yeah, the tower minigame. And given that you're asking that, I will assume that you mean yes. Okay. No on the crafting? Let me go ahead and show that off real quick. So, the crafting system... actually, we're already in chill. I can just No, because I still need my crafting items. Okay. Code 236 for all my crafting needs. So this is the new crafting interface. It just brings up an item menu. You select your materials. All of the, crafting materials, they all have purple icons. All their names start with an asterisk, so they're very easy to identify. New recipes won't tell you what they are. You'll just have to create them and see what the results are. So, for example, now we know how to make composite helmets. We can combine a couple bubbling waters, and, that makes steam bombs. Or we can combine bubbling water and flavor packets. Any two crafting materials will combine to create something. So, for example, water and flavor packet makes crude soda. Maybe I look at this and I'm like, oh, yeah, I could use a bunch of crude soda. Well, I have also added multi-crafting. For any recipe that you already know, you can craft however many of them as you want. Assuming that you have the recipe, assuming that you have the requisite number of materials. And so now I've got my 31 crude sodas. So, yeah, I have a more elegant crafting interface, multi-crafting. I'll also create something that can be like a list of all the recipes that you can try out. And as far as I know, if you try to craft more than you have, okay, it will tell you that you don't have enough materials. So, yeah, that is the crafting system. Right. Let's get rid of that. So let me show you the intro that is leading into the Undead Invasion. And then we can use that as a starting point and build off of it. Okay. You did not gather your followers. Why did you not gather your followers? Okay. Because I didn't tell you to gather followers and then change followers to off. Let's try that again. Alright. Are these the ones you mentioned? Oh! Yes, this is them. They said they're getting the Pepsi portation grid up and running again. Okay, she should be looking down. She was told to move down, but she didn't move down because I have her directionally fixed. We can turn off her direction fixing. We can have this one also have direction fixing. She seems preoccupied. That is the correct spelling, right? Preoccupied. Yes, good. Okay, she seems preoccupied. Let's try again. There we go. Oh, wait. We're going to have to change the direction fix for the captain, too, once we finally have the captain do something. Direction fix off. There. I probably am only going to have to do this another 5 or 6 times before it works. Are these the ones you mentioned? Oh. Yes, this is them. They said they are getting the Pepsi portation grid up and running again. You can fix the grid. I just got to swing by the Pepsi shop, and I'll have it done in a jiffy. Excellent. We can begin bringing in reinforcements immediately. Elena, start sending messengers to call for aid. Yes, sir. She runs off. What the hell is going on here? Things are not good in Wallachia. The undead have been besieging the city for weeks, but with the grid down and the storms in the tundra, we've been unable to call for help. Captain! She runs back. Okay. So she was transparent when she ran back. And I did not untransparent her. Try again. Okay. Yeah. Big events like this always require a lot of trial and error to make them work. Captain, okay, they run back. The undead come once more. Damn it, relentless bastards. Go gather anyone who can fight. At once, they run off. So that's what I have so far. So from that point, what we need to do is we're basically going to have our characters recruited into fighting. And then we need zombies attacking for the invasion. So we need our monsters, evil. Where is our monsters? Do we have a zombie? Surely I have a zombie somewhere. Come on. There's no way I don't have like some kind of a zombie-looking character. People, monsters, actors, nature, people, vehicles, nature, monsters. The skeletons might be about as good as I can do, which is really unfortunate. Or I suppose I could pretend that the goblins are zombies or something. Oh, right. This one. You know, the one that looks like a zombie. Okay. So we'll lay down a bunch of zombies. Adjust all their names. And they move slow, which is good. That's fine. So we're going to defend both entrances of the city. And we're basically going to be sort of running back and forth. And then as we run back and forth, the situation will kind of change at the different locations. So that's basically the idea I'm coming up with. So these are going to be the east zombies. So that's east 2. That's east 3. That's east 4. That's east 5. That's east 6. That is east 7. That is east 8. And this is going to be east 9. So we are going to take our captain here. And she's going to start right here and give a talk to everybody. Her speed is going to be normal. Okay. So, Elena is going to be here. Okay. So that's Elena. This is going to be the officer, which was using, I think, either like people 3. So this is the officer. That's good. We're going to run a few of the generic soldiers here too. So that's going to be generic 1, generic 2, generic 3. And then just several regular looking folk, which I believe MV3, just like that. Okay. There we go. So that's generic 5. That's generic 6. That's generic 7. That's generic 8. That is generic 9. We're also going to have, of course, Malter. And Thatcher. I can make a green origami hand and side profile, but I don't have a good background. Ah. Interesting. As long as you can have a mostly consistent background and the contrast is good, I can basically just cut out whatever is in the background with automatic color detection. Okay. That's fine to start. And then I want one more. This person is gonna be like the big priest, I guess, in town. Okay. So there's our priest. This is going to be the army that we are working with. There's going to be a lot happening here. Oh boy. Yeah. We'll just have the priest up here doing their prayer stuff. Yeah, sure. You're the priest, I guess. No, that's in People 2. People 2. Yeah, I think MV4 is better. MV4. Yeah, that looks better. That's more like the professional sort of appearance that I'm trying to go for this particular person. Okay. Okay. So at that point, we're all basically standing here. I need to get another good look at where we are all positioned so I can continue designing the transition into this event here. Alright, let's go. Yeah, we're fine, we're fine. Yada, 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 yada. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, the undead come once more. Okay. Okay. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to have the captain turn left. Wait like a second and a half. Turn right. Wait a bit. And then she's going to be like, can you fight? And then we're going to have the player turn right. We're going to have Malter turn left. Nope, not move left. We specifically want turn left. And we want Thatcher turning up. And Malter... No, we'll have Thatcher say something. Let's have her be like, what? And we'll have the captain say, you look capable enough. You look capable enough. Get your butts outside and assemble in the plaza. Okay. And then the captain is going to move down, 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 down. And disappear. We're not going to wait for that. Elena is going to do the same thing. Malter is going to move left. And Thatcher is going to move left, left, and turn up. And we're not going to wait on that. And Malter is going to say, I think we just got drafted. And we can do a balloon icon on the player. Waiting for completion. Specifically, it'll be the sweat drop. And Thatcher will say something like, I don't know, what's Thatcher gonna say? She'll say, well, we might as well help. And then we'll just have everybody move down. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll have Thatcher move down. We'll have the player move down by 1 and wait for the completion. And then keep moving down without waiting. Okay. Add 4 down commands to everything. Down, 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 down. And then fade out. And transfer to the invasion event. Facing right. And fade in. And then the evasion event itself, we need a good battle back for that. We decided that the Colosseum looks good. Oh no, you can like actually see an audience there. I don't really want that to be the case. We're just looking for like a basic townscape. Where do we have a basic townscape? If nothing else, that would work. Yes, Town 4 with the Colosseum tiling. No, we want something more fitting like the cobblestones. Tile, no. There we go. That's what I want to have. Okay. And let's find a different sound. Let's actually find like a battle theme for this. Okay. That kind of works. No. Ooh. What if we pitch that down a bit? Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I want. Nope. Wrong save. There we go. Okay, just save again there. Okay. Do all the movements work? Okay. Okay, she moved. She shouldn't move. Can you fight? Look capable enough to get your butts outside and assemble in the plaza. I think we just got drafted. Might as well help. Okay, there's so much there I have to fix. Okay. First of all, this is supposed to be Thatcher moving over there. Secondly, the captain is not supposed to move right, but turn right. And before we start moving the player at all, at least for this, so for the player, we're going to change their speed to 3. Yes. That is good. After this, we are not going to change it again. Okay. Let's see if all the moving pieces are where they should go. She runs back. We all move into position. Go gather anyone who can fight. Can you fight? You look capable enough to get your butts outside and assemble in the plaza. I think we just got drafted. Might as well help. We all move together. We fade out. And then we find ourselves here, and this is where the fight will start. Okay, what? You have submitted another zombie. That is excellent news. Just give me 1 second. There is someone who wasn't invisible. Somebody wasn't invisible down there. It was someone who walked through here. Alright, let's take a look. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I love this one. This is fantastic. Okay. Let's see here. I especially like the top one. I especially like the top right one. What is the size of this image? It is... Okay, we're going to have to shrink this down to, like, probably a 15th of its current size. But that shouldn't be too much of an issue. We just move all of this and get rid of that. We add an alpha channel. We deselect it. We crop this to the content. So what are the properties now? We're by 1924 by 1312 pixels. 1920 by 1312. So I want to cut this down by about... I think I want to cut it down by a sixth. So we're going to want to cut this image down to a sixth of this scale. But the first thing we need to do before then is crop it out. So we take all these bits and bobs. Okay. And we render all of those areas transparent. Render all of those areas transparent. Render these areas transparent. Okay. So that just leaves the general hand shape. As well as a good portion of the shadow. Okay. That looks fine. Crop it to the content again. That's fine. Now I need to adjust the dimensions. So we are 1944 pixels. So if we're bringing that down by a sixth, that would go to 324. So 1312 cut to a sixth is going to be 218. Okay. And resize. Okay, no, don't do that, because that does not work. Okay, where are my scaling commands here? Where are my scaling commands? Okay, here is my scaling. And we are going for... What was the first value I came up with? What's the last one in memory? 324. So we want to scale it to about there. Okay, scale the image. Crop to the content. Export the image. And we just got to make sure that we put it... I have no idea where to put it. Alright then, I'll just put it on the desktop. And this is going to be Zombie 3. Okay. And that takes care of that. And now I just put it into the appropriate folder. Oh, Okay, nope, nope, nope. No, 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 no. I exported it as a JPEG. We absolutely do not want to export this as a JPEG. We want this exported as a PNG, specifically so that we can keep the transparency intact. Just get rid of a little bit of extra shadow artifacts here and there. Okay. Add an alpha channel, because I have to do that again. Okay. Got it. Cool. And that is about the best I can do. Okay. So it's had to be rather significantly adjusted. But this can absolutely be added to the project. Okay. We are exporting as a PNG. Fake PNGs are the absolute bane of my existence. I say as if there's not like 100 other things I could name right off the top of my head that are actually more disruptive. Okay. Zombie 3 has been added to the project. Behold, the fruits of your creation. Thank you so much for contributing this to the project. So this is meant to be like a zombie hand, I'm assuming. Is that the idea, that this is like a zombie hand? I just don't want to misrepresent your vision. But when I look at it, my first instinct is that it's like a zombie hand or something. Honestly, if someone just posts a picture of a pigeon, I'll just put it in and call it obviously a zombie. We're just going to put a Z there right now. Either a giant hand or a zombie head. Okay. So this is going to be the giant zombie hand. And we're going to adjust our troop again with a giant zombie hand, which is going to be leading the charge from the front. And now what? I would like you to see the brilliant and beautiful contribution that you have made to the project. Look at that. Okay. The crop work is not perfect. But honestly, I think the yellow works since it's supposed to be like zombie already. I think that's perfect. Okay. We're just gonna move these enemies back a bit. Yep, the well-rendered zombie, the high pixel count zombie, and the giant zombie hand. Congratulations! This is now a part of the project. So, I think that is all now fully functional. So, there was one character I saw that hadn't disappeared completely. Okay. I think we just got drafted. Might as well help. Okay. They're invisible now. And then we go into the actual battle scene, and we're basically going to have this music playing consistently throughout the entire event. And we're going to be moving back and forth between different areas of the city. And then as battles are cleared, like, the positions of characters in different areas are going to shift around. So we're actually not going to have to see a lot of movement happen, aside from right here at the start, but it's going to feel dynamic, because as we're moving around, positions are changing, and a lot is changing along with it. So I think this is exactly the way I want it to be. That is good. So the event Malter, we are going to change his speed to normal. The event Thatcher, we are going to change her speed to normal. The player, we are going to move their speed back to normal. When the captain starts to move, the captain's speed is going to change to 2 times faster. Good. And now we're going to add a page to each of these where invasion started is active. And that's just going to make sure that this is not going to trigger a second time. Okay. And just some generic... If only we could change the aspect ratio. Yeah, I don't really know how to do that. Or if you can do that. I know how to manipulate this engine inside and out in all sorts of crazy ways. But there's also a lot of extremely simple things that I have no idea how to do or if they are even possible. Please do not interrupt my prayers. Okay. So I think I am close to being out of time for today. I've at least gotten, like, the start of the event planned out. So we can at least take a moment and sort of outline the way this is going to go. So first thing is the captain is going to give orders. Elena and Ryu are going to team up and take the South Gate. Malter and Thatcher will take the East Gate. So then all the NPCs move out. Elena and Ryu talk for a minute. Elena joins the party. And Thatcher and Malter leave. And this is when we're going to trigger phase 1. Resolution of the game. Core SRD game upgrade. Both free plugins that let you change the resolution. Ah. Interesting. That is probably not something that I will use on this project. If only because there's a lot of stuff that I have basically built under the assumption that the visual window is limited to a specific ratio, and so much of that would have to be adjusted if I switch that. But I'm going to remember the name of that plugin so I can use that for future projects, because I actually have a couple of future projects of my own that I've been just sort of penciling out and planning. Thank you for letting me know about that. I really appreciate it. So we trigger phase 1. So we go south and we'll have 2 fights with zombies. And this is the Elena tutorial with her prayer, lucky slash, and justice punch powers. Okay, adjust NPC positions after fights. This is going to trigger phase 2, where the captain calls for aid. So move up to the east gate and fight a couple battles. We're going to use animations to see Thatcher and Malter fighting. That should work. And then at that point, enemies are pushed back at Eastgate, and this triggers phase 3, where we relocate south again, and Thatcher and Malter join again and fight a very strong zombie boss. Okay. And then after that's done, Thatcher and Malter rejoice. Captain seems somber, though. Orders her men to do a census. And this is where we learn that Wallachia is a city built for over 5,000 people and has less than 4,000 left. That they know people are disappearing and being forgotten. So they've been able to at least figure out the whole false Hydra thing. They've been able to figure out, we're losing people. Like, this is not right. There should be more people here. Everything indicates there should be more people here. The buildings, the stuff left behind, empty stores, things abandoned. There clearly are supposed to be people here who are not here, and we don't remember anyone missing. So they've been able to logic out that much. And they believe that the undead are responsible for this. So the idea is that they are basically doing a census after this attack to try and figure out, even though it appears that it was a great victory and we didn't really suffer any losses, how many people have actually disappeared. So that is where we're going to reveal the sort of false Hydra thing. Elena will join the party. Return to the temple for another scene. The captain has Elena join the party to do some scouting. And that is how we will proceed to the next part of the Wallachia storyline. Okay. So there is my general outline for this event. I'm going to be working on that. If anyone else wants to contribute zombie designs to the project, I will be happy to integrate them and use them. It's going to be so fun. And honestly, any other ideas or contributions you might have to the project are always welcome. You can find a link in the description to my Discord channel. I've got a channel on there specifically dedicated to the RPG Maker project. Please feel free to contribute or discuss the project anytime. I love taking people's ideas and putting them in here. They're what make this project really, really special. And I've been having such a blast doing this. But for right now, I think I had better go get dinner started. So thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I will see you all on the next one, and it is time to make the sound to summon the end card. Wow, 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 wow.